Hi there, welcome back to 5 on Fridays. My name is Jacob Hiddle. I am the exercise physiologist with the City of Columbus working on behalf of the Benefits and Wellness team. November is usually the start of the shopping season for most people, which may mean more stress and worry when it comes to your finances. In this episode, I talk with a financial service specialist, Libby Ludwig from Apprisen, and she will guide us through the coming months of how to better prepare you and your family as it relates to holiday spending. Such questions she will answer will include how to avoid new debt, how do you prepare for a holiday spending budget, how do you reduce holiday expenses. So let's go chat with Libby. She is a financial service specialist and she's been with Apprisen for 11 and a half years. She's going to be talking about holiday spending. Libby, welcome back.
Hey, thanks, Jacob. Always good to be here.
So we're going to be talking about holiday spending, and we're just going to jump right into it. So what are some of the projections for holiday spending in 2021?
Yeah, they're sizable. People are more likely to get out and shop this year. Numbers that I've seen show 38% expecting to spend more than last year, and at least a third of Americans probably taking on some debt to make it happen.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
So what's one way to avoid taking on new debt this holiday season?
Anybody that's talked to me at all knows that I'm a fan of preparing and a fan of lists. So knowing what all you want to purchase and having a game plan for how much you can afford.
Sure. And just sticking to it, right? You know, you have a budget either with yourself or your spouse or, you know, your kids or whomever, but if you have a budget, you should probably stick to it, right?
Yeah, I often say that those are the two necessary skills of budgeting. There's the navigators that create the plan and the drivers that love to enact the plan and where the rubber meets the road. And you've got to really have at least a little bit of both skills to make it work well. And
Sure.
Holiday spending is exactly the same way.
Sure. Do you have any practical tips on how to create a holiday budget?
I like to start with that list of names and then kind of break it up from there and say, okay, realistically, how much do I want to spend? What are some ideas so that, number one, I have an idea of how much I can assign to each person. Okay, I really need to only spend 20 to 25 here. I know what this person wants is going to be closer to 50 or 60 for them. That way you can kind of see those numbers beforehand rather than getting the credit card bill come January and getting surprised at those numbers. I think that's the single biggest step. For myself, I keep that list, don't tell my kids, I keep that list taped on the inside of my closet where I keep all of the presents and have them wrapped and ready ahead of time. That way I know when I buy something for somebody, I cross it off the list so that I don't wind up getting a ton of duplicates. I tell myself that, you know, in years past that I'm going to store up and save for the following year. I'm not good enough to do that. I've given that up. So when I buy something, I check it off the list and it's one less thing.
How soon should people be thinking about creating a holiday budget or sticking to a holiday budget? Are we talking September? Are we talking October?
It depends a little bit on how flexible your budget is, because realistically what you want to do is, you know, if you're looking down your list and you're like, oh my gosh, I really wish I could spend $500, but there's no way I can save $500 given my budget in only October, November, December. And so either I've got to start purchasing and saving earlier, or I've got to trim down that list and say, you know, I'm only going to be able to save $300, you know, $100 a month to put towards it. And so, you know, if I'm starting as late as October, I've just got less to work with.
Sure, that makes sense. Any suggestions on how to reduce the holiday expenses?
Yes, in part because I'm not a gift giver. Gratefully, my husband's not either, so I think we have tried all of the things. We've done lots of years of DIY stuff, kids' handprints and things that they've created. Our school saves a lot of their artwork, and we're able to turn their artwork into stuff to be able to give to family members. We share a lot of stuff, so, you know, potlucks and those kinds of things. Instead of just hosting, I'm already planning on doing Thanksgiving that way too. The Secret Santa style, where you only have to do for one person instead of a bunch, is a huge saver.
Any suggestions that can help increase income to cover the expenses?
If your soon-to-be 11-year-old has already told you the only thing he wants for Christmas is something that's going to cost you $200, yes, there's still plenty of ways out there, especially in today's economy. We all know about the supply stuff, so driving and side gig for delivery is huge. Just temporary jobs and temporary stuff, selling stuff on eBay, handmade stuff, you're helping make somebody else's Christmas and Christmas presents. There's lots of different options out there to get just a little bit of extra cash to help cover and make ends meet.
Yeah, I think there's just so many different options of side hustles these days that, you know, you can make, you know, you could do a couple hours a week and still make some side money. So yeah, that's really good. Libby, that was it. That's all we have. Thank you so much for joining us again today. It was that was really helpful, really great information. So thank you, and hopefully we'll have you back in the near future.
Awesome. I look forward to it.
Thank you. I hope that information was really helpful for you and your family. More helpful links and information can be found directly beneath this video in the description. Before you head out, please like this video and also to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you're informed in the future when we post videos like this. And finally, have a safe and happy holidays. We'll see you next week.